By the way, that shot looks fantastic. These models are just amazing. They're so much better than the Thomas models. They don't look like toys, they look like actual machines. And given that the hell that they must have gone through during filming, I mean, being set on fire, being blown up, sent down waterfalls, it's amazing. They must have been really cared for. And here comes the Duchess. Very reminiscent of an Edwardian liner, but at the same time quite modern because she only has 3 stacks, which was something that became popular around just after the Titanic. Not many people actually know that the Titanic had 4 funnels because, for a simple reason. She didn't need 4 funnels. In fact, only 3 of them worked. The 4th one was a dummy funnel because people at the time equated the number of funnels with speed. But after the Titanic went down, the age of the 4 stackers was over, and it quickly regressed to 3, and then to 2, and nowadays the biggest ocean liners in the world, cruise liners mostly, unless you count the QE2 and the QM2, single funnel ships. But enough about real ships, let's have a look at this. This is 10 Cents and Sunshine's big break. As Captain Star explains in the alternate narration, switchers never get a chance to work on liners, so it's like a special moment for them. Again, another lovely shot. I think it'd be better if the camera started from further back so you could see the mass of the Duchess in comparison with the Tugs. There's actually something interesting to note now. Watch on Sunshine's funnel in some of these shots, and you can see that it's been inexpertly greyed out. So there must have been something on the funnel that they were trying to hide. Maybe a model maker had put the star on him already? But if you watch now... There, see, you can see how part of his funnel's been greyed out. It's quite strange. I actually think there's a bit of... You have to sort of suspend disbelief here that Sunshine didn't realise that someone had actually hit him. Because he surely would have felt that. Unless the whole experience was just so traumatic for him. She doesn't look very out of control, I have to say. Princess Alice in High Winds. Now that's a ship that's out of control. Oh, that's evil. No, devious. Yes, we don't look suspicious in any way. We're completely innocent. We'd only look more innocent if we were whistling. Oh, come on. How could they not have known that he was up to something? When did Izzy get into port? I mean, he's right in the harbour, and yet we keep saying that he needs a tow. We last saw him out in the estuary, and somehow he ends up in the harbour. And yet he still needs a tow. It's these fireworks are quite impressive. I don't know how they did it, but the really impressive thing is how they're reflected in the water so well. I love the lighthouse in the background too. It really adds a sense of scale and distance. There you go. That looks like it's miles away. Big Zero port, Big City port felt huge. This scene is actually quite brilliant too, with all the smoke effects. Nice and sinister. Yeah. The lighting in Tugs was always exceptional. I'll talk about that more in Pirate if I get the chance. So Duchess Lines tomorrow, which is presumably the company that operates the Duchess and the Princess Alice. The Duchess Lines. Actually, no, that's not right, because... Do they have the same markings on the funnels? I'll have to check that out. I like the little touch. Is that dry ice on the water? Or is the water being coloured? David Mitten, in a few episodes' time, will show us just how much he loves dry ice. May the great man rest in peace. There he goes. Like I said, I love... 10 Cents looks really good because he's got such a slim line. Very elegant. Mr. Nice Guy. What a bore. Again, all looking lovely. Big. This is the other thing that was good about Tugs, because we had big and detailed sets in the earlier episodes of Thomas, but because the characters are constricted to the rails, you can't really do much with it. But in this one, they had this huge set, and the characters could go anywhere in it simply because they're watercraft. So you could explore it in so much detail. And I think now we have lovely touch here, the train, the goods engine, I think. But it really is a lovely touch. It's very moody, very 1920s, very film noir. Yeah. Oh god, here comes 10 Cents' scary face. So, here we go. There, that used to freak me out so much as a kid. It just looked weird. Where are you? You know, for someone who's actually concerned, he sounds very angry here. And now, if you see, there's the Zero and starports in the background, so Sunshine must have been point-blank view of the other tugs. Must have spotted him. Maybe they didn't give a damn. Here we are. Here's some dry ice. There we go. Poor little Sunshine. I was did wonder, Sunshine's clearly a much smaller tug than the others, but I don't think he's less powerful, because all of the essential machinery on a tug is concealed below decks. The superstructure is just for the convenience of the crews. So I guess that Sunshine is probably just as powerful as 10 Cents, but facilities aren't provided for his crew to stay on him for very long. 10 Cents in his superstructure, I assume there's a galley and some bunks, a few cabins, a lounge, and of course he has a lifeboat, which Sunshine doesn't. And here's Lily Lightship, with her pimp, Hercules. And here's the most infamous blooper in all of Tugs: Sunshine's superstructure is yellow, which of course shouldn't happen until the very end of this episode. I always wonder where he is. Is he sailing up the river? Is he going into a bay? And is he somehow back in the estuary, I think? Yeah, back in the estuary. Is it you? Actually, one other thing that I want to comment about the Tugs models is the lights on them. They have the correct navigational lights for ships. The red and green port and starboard lights, and the white stern light on the mast. I'll talk about that in more detail in Pirates when we get to see it in action. Then I need the door. Well, maybe they're sniggering at... Wait a second. I think 10 Cents is flying an American flag in that shot. You'll have to rewind it and check for yourselves. Ah, there you go. For a second I thought that 10 Cents had only sounded his flag, his whistle once, which is rare because he's always sounding it in lots of bursts. One detail I love about Top Hat's model, it looks like he's got a collar, a ruff, like William Shakespeare. Could have seen everything. OJ, very Welsh. According to Chris Tulloch, OJ stood for Old Jones, so which make him definitively Welsh, and yet he has a hat like a member of a barbershop quartet. Imagine 4 tugs like OJ singing in harmony. Oh, very southern. Very south of the Mason-Dixon line. Is that also in the other version of Tugs, in the cut-down version of this episode, instead of yelling about telling Captain Star, 10 Cent says, oh, I promised Izzy a tow, and OJ says, oh, don't worry, I'll deal with that. Because the scene where Oria rushes off, realising he's meant to help Izzy, was cut. Now, is his superstructure yellow there? I think so. Yeah, it looks like his superstructure is yellow there. Still with a white funnel, though. Top Hat, in a rare moment of magnanimousness. I don't believe it.
Captain Starr, have us back. Yeah, I'm sure he will. Izzy told me everything.
There you go, off he charges. Upriver, apparently. Going the wrong way completely.
Impossible. I made sure.
Don't argue with me, you were seen. Captain Zero is such fun to listen to. It's a shame that he only actually appears in 2 episodes. And if we believe the tie-in books, he was meant to appear in High Winds, sort of ranting about Johnny Cuba and Zebedee's behaviour. It's a shame that we got to miss that. I love you. I like this tracking shot now. Very much David Mitten's style. Long, continuous shots, taking in a lot of detail. Wonder how many people are working the remote controls for the tugs at this point. Is it 2 people per head? Or just 1 control per head? Captain Star here has now looked to port, and this is just a quick explanation for those who don't understand naval terminology. Port and starboard are naval terminology for left and right. So port is left and starboard is right if you're standing looking forward along the length of the ship. So all the tugs are currently to Sunshine's right, they're starboard, his starboard. And hence this now comes up on his port. Yeah. A fine first episode and our introduction to tugs. And here's the lovely end credits shot with Boomer sailing away into the distance. Strange that there's no no cast list here. It would have made our lives a lot easier. But we've had a lot of fun trying to find out who's who. Let's see. Clearwater periscope lens system. Right. Fiji film. I'll talk about that later. Well, there you go. First episode. Hope you enjoyed this little commentary. Cheers.